So I was reading through the comments on my last video, and I came across a pretty good one. Israel, I want to give you a shout out, man. You had a pretty good comment, and you asked why some people think that AMC stock cannot reach 100,000 based on market capitalization. So that's exactly what we're going to be discussing in this video. Let's talk about what it means to value a company by market capitalization, what market capitalization means, maybe if you're not too sure, how to calculate market capitalization, obviously. But more importantly than that, and I know, look, all the bro bashers out there, start squirming in your seats, but more realistically, we'll talk about why it would be very hard, if not impossible, for AMC stock to reach $100,000 per share. So if all of this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we're growing our portfolios together. All right, so let's start with the basics. Israel, man, you posed a very good question, and I think it needs addressed, okay? So market capitalization, I'm sure the vast majority of people out there know what it is, but you get that by calculating, you multiply the shares outstanding by the current share price, okay? It shows you what the entire company is worth. If you were to buy every single share outstanding, that's what you're looking at there in market capitalization. It's the overall value of the company. So when you're looking at AMC stock, if somebody says that AMC could never reach $100,000 per share because the market capitalization would strictly be ridiculous. Now let's look at what that number would be, okay? If you're looking at AMC stock and you're trying to value it that way, let's assume that by $100,000 per share, all of the 43 million shares that are currently up for sale by AMC would be issued, right? We know that they would be issued. AMC would take advantage of that. So there would be 500 million shares outstanding. If that were the case, multiplied by the $100,000 per share price, that gives you a $50 trillion market cap. All right? In and of itself, AMC will never be worth $50 trillion unless, of course, the government goes and, inflates the dollar to where the dollar's worthless, and then, of course, everything's worth $50 trillion. But that's not going to happen. That's not the case right now. That's speculation too. So look, $50 trillion valuation of AMC, very unlikely, especially if you're looking at fundamental value. Now, let's talk a little theory here. Let's get a little theoretical, because we know that the short fund, or the short interest in AMC out there, those shares need to be covered, right? And when we speak in theory and we say that we are holding these shares forever and not selling them, yes, in theory, if the hedge funds can't cover their shares, if they have to offer higher and higher and higher prices, and everybody that owns AMC is willing to hold out, then yes, the price could reach, who's to stop it at 100,000 at that point? These are just numbers that we can make up and say, well, they have to offer 100,000. Well, people with shares that, if they're not willing to sell at $100,000 per share, the share price would go higher from there. 200, 300, a million, 10 quintillion. It doesn't matter. If you're speaking in theory, anything is possible with AMC because the short sellers are obligated to cover those shares, okay? Now, in that aspect, if you're looking at it that way, it's somebody that's making the argument based on market cap, they have to realize that market cap in this aspect is detached from fundamentals. It has nothing to do with fundamentals. Nobody is buying AMC right now based on the fundamental value of the company and what that company is actually worth. People are buying AMC stock because they want to see AMC squeeze. They want to see the short sellers cover these positions, and they want to see AMC stock go to something crazy. 100,000, 10,000 a share. No matter what it is that you think is crazy, the price is detached from fundamentals at this point. It is a short squeeze play. It is a technical play, a very speculative play. It's not based on fundamentals. So hopefully that helps kind of talk about, why people would make that argument based on market capitalization. Okay, yes. But if they really want to say that AMC is not going to reach $100,000 per share, or maybe you kind of want to talk to them and say, well, I see your point. Yeah, it would be very difficult for AMC to reach $100,000 per share based on market cap. But even then, if you talk about $50 trillion, okay, let's use that number. Let's use that $100,000 share price for AMC and see what that would mean for us. Realistically, let's say we reach $100,000 per share. That would mean that all of the shares are covered, okay? All of the shorts are covered when we reach that 100,000. That's the peak. That is $50 trillion that the hedge funds are paying for their short positions. It's $50 trillion that they're handing over to AMC shareholders. This is, guys, it's a very difficult number to say will ever happen with AMC, because this is going to indicate financial ruin, financial collapse. Hedge funds are only in control of $3.8 trillion right now. So when you talk that they're paying $50 trillion to AMC shareholders, it goes beyond so much more than the entire wealth of all of the hedge funds added together. So very unlikely, right? The money's got to come from out of nowhere, and it would cause financial ruin, not only for the United States stock market, but the global financial system in general. So please be aware that theoretically the number is possible, yes, but these short positions are going to be covered much before it reaches $100,000 per share. And I know everybody out there is squirming right now. The people that, don't want to believe in reality are squirming, but it's okay. Set yourself up to take advantage of this squeeze in the best way possible. Don't set that $100,000 sell limit and walk away and look at your shares 3 years from now and they're still trading at $10. Don't do that. Take advantage of the squeeze in a realistic way so that you can make as much money as possible and take advantage of what this play actually is. So, with that in mind, trade the short squeeze realistically, okay? I know a lot of people don't like to think about reality in this situation, but please, Warren Buffett, guys, some of you might not like Warren Buffett out there for whatever reason, but he had a shareholder meeting, I believe it was today, and he had some very good advice, okay? He was talking to new investors. And if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, look him up. I know Cramer was bouncing around a little bit in one of the interviews that I saw recently, saying that, people should look to him for advice. Warren Buffett's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He's been around for like 100 years. So he definitely knows what he's doing. And he said that the stock market is not as easy as it looks. And he was just giving a warning out there to some new investors who might be coming into this situation, whether you're sitting on a stimulus check, however you got into the market, okay? He gave the advice, very simple, and he just said that it's not as easy as it looks. And of course, he went on to break it down and everything. But please don't come into this trade. Please don't come into the AMC stock trade thinking that it's easy money, thinking that it's guaranteed money, okay? Please do not come into this thinking that you buy one share of AMC and you're going to be a trillionaire. All right? I don't want to see anybody do that. When you talk about speculative trades, there's risk, right? Now, the reward is hand in hand with the risk. The reward in the speculative play for AMC stock, theoretically, unlimited. Now, will we reach an unlimited level? You can't. You can't reach an unlimited level to infinity, right? You can't realistically do that. But the gains that are to be made on AMC stock are potentially beyond anything that you're ever going to experience the rest of your life. So don't think that it's easy. Don't think that it's something that's going to happen tomorrow. And heed that man's advice that it's not just something that you're going to come into and walk away trillionaires, okay? If everybody plays according to plan, if everybody holds the shares as long as possible, if the hedge funds are margin called into a squeeze, this could be one of the most amazing things that goes down in history and is taught in finance classes forever. That's why I'm excited about it. That's why I am very much on board with this AMC squeeze. But guys, I'm able to admit to myself, I'm able to admit to all of you that this is a squeeze play, okay? It's not a guaranteed play. It's not a fundamental play in AMC. It's not that AMC is really worth $50 trillion or that we're going to be able to bleed $50 trillion out of the hedge funds. But we will be able to bleed money out of the hedge funds, okay? You have to be willing to hold, but don't be willing to fold, okay? There's got to be a balance there where you say to yourself, this is my number. And whether I get out at this point or I get out and watch it go up a little bit further, you're going to be okay with that. You're going to be able to set yourself up for the future you want and be happy following the squeeze no matter what. I don't want to see anybody ride the squeeze up and ride it back down. Okay, I don't want to see anybody ride it all the way back down to the current share price. I want to see you be as successful as possible. I want to see you set yourself up with enough money that you don't go out and blow, but you set yourself up with enough money that it's going to be able to work for you for the rest of your life. And for the rest of for the rest of your family's lives, whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever it is that you're setting up, please be smart about it and allow your money to work for you. You know you've made it when your money's working for you and you're not working for your money. So hopefully, Israel, this answered your question a little bit. It may have shed some light onto the difference between, what's real, what's theory, and kind of how to talk about market cap in a situation like this where the stock's price is completely detached from the stock's fundamentals. And guys, if anybody else has any questions like this, excellent question, man. Make sure to ask them down in the comments below. Let us know what you're thinking. And if you've got any concerns at all surrounding AMC stock, we want to see them. We want to answer them. We want to take these doubts away from everybody so that you can move forward in a strong position of knowledge, knowing what's happening here, not just throwing $10 in a share and hoping something happens, right? Please be informed, be knowledgeable, and make as much money as possible. Guys, there's a link in the description below for Webull. If you haven't signed up yet, use that link down there. Sign up, deposit $100. Get those free stocks, sell those free stocks, buy some AMC. Join us in this movement, in this squeeze. Let's get rich together. The subscribe button is still here and you're in here 12 minutes. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day. We're growing our portfolios together. And look, share this video. Tag me somewhere at Claybro or Claybro883. I would love to follow all of you guys back and see what everybody's interested in investing in. Now, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.